let's take a look here. This is the end of goal number 2. Let's take a look at goal number 3. All right, this is going to start back on their end, and this is how they use their speed. I want to highlight this for the next time we play them, right? As soon as they get possession of the puck, 19 and 39 in particular are always ready to go, right? They're looking for that chance to jump. And in this case, what's happened is we've got one defender back. Bima, I don't know if you're playing defense here or if you're on wing. I don't have the rest of the video, and I wasn't communicating with that. So one way or another, there should be somebody back up here. More than one defender back, right? Next time we play these guys, let's make sure that we always have 2 defenders back on the blue line. Let's not pinch in and try and help out on offense when 19 and 39 are on the ice, and they're usually on the ice together, which makes it a little bit easier here. But look at this play. I think this is a 2-line pass because this guy is going to backhand this. Look where this pass starts, right in the middle of their zone. Okay, goes over down the ice. Okay, and that goes over blue line, red line, and blue line. That is the definition of a 2-line pass, right? And the reason why they have 2-line passes is so that this kind of thing doesn't happen, right? This is the type of breakaway the 2-line pass is meant to prevent. Comes down, gets to the top of the circle. They pass it essentially from their circle to our circle, and that's their strategy, right? Whenever 19 or 39 is on the ice, they aren't passing necessarily directly to them. They're passing to space and letting them run out to try and get that pass. So we have to be ready to read that play and not get too far down, sucked back into it, knowing that they're going to run. Now, this is still early in the first period, so we may not be ready for that. That's fine. Chuk makes a good run of it back. It's just that by the time he realizes what's going on, look at by the time he turns his hips here, right? By the time he turns his hips, 19 is maybe only a couple of strides away, and by the time he really gets going, you've lost the angle at this point because of where it's bouncing up off the boards, and you're trying to close on him. And I think here you realize best I can do is go straight, which is probably the right play here because almost make it. He's just a couple of steps faster. That's fine. We can't win every foot race, but we can at least make it difficult. And I think you did the best you could in that situation to try and make it difficult. We were just a little bit further down, caught by surprise. I don't think we'll be caught again by these guys doing that same thing. In any event, he gets the puck. All right, so here we are. As a goalie, I didn't play this well either. Again, I did not have a great start to this game. I had a much better after I gave up a couple of goals. I need to be reading this better. I'm thinking there's going to be icing here. I'm thinking there's going to be 2-line pass. I'm thinking somebody's going to catch him. Instead of just being responsible for myself and my own play, I'm waiting for everyone else to bail me out, such that by the time he gets to here and gets a hold of the puck, I'm still just barely at the top of my crease. I should be, not just at this circle, but I should be starting to come back, getting myself back with some speed because I've just barely come out and don't have a chance to push back. The only thing that he can do at this point is go around me, and that's easy enough to do, and exactly what he does. He goes right around me. All right, I don't make a save here. I make a dive, and he puts it up and over the net. I had nothing to do with that. Right? I'm just barely a traffic cone at this point. I am dead in the water. All right. So next time around, note to self is get further out again and start back further again. When I talk about what I need to do better on breakaways, I know that that's it. They're hard to read sometimes, and one of those skills I know I got to get better at, and I'm working on. Fortunately for me, misses the net. Okay, that's great. Now we've got to play up the boards, and he gets another shot here, right? And I'm able to make a glove save. That stops it. That's going to stop for a faceoff. Now, they didn't score on that play, but they very easily could have. I wanted to highlight that to show kind of how that is and why we have this faceoff here in our offensive zone. I think the other key thing here that we have an opportunity if we play the post shot game a little bit better here to pick up this puck and get it pretty easily out of the zone. All right. So at this point in time, Chuk, you're beat, right? So Chuk is going to come down with them, kind of follow 19 around, try and clean up a rebound here. That's fine. Instead, but what we do have is we have 3 guys here with a line to the puck that goes into the corner. But instead, we we're circling back up this direction. We're not skating down hard into the corner. We're kind of just gliding. And instead of making a good play on the puck, right, we're kind of letting that go back down into the corner. We're not making a good athletic play on it. And unfortunately, at this case, that means that goes back up to the top of the slot, all right? So they're able to get, a shot on goal. They're not going to beat me from that distance and that angle, though. I'm not worried about that particular shot. But when we have that chance to get the puck, clear the zone, make a better play on it, and we don't do that, that leads to the extra face-off, right? And this next goal is going to come right off the face-off. So let's take a quick look. Drop here. We don't win the face-off. And it kind of gets caught in the ref skates and gets bounced out, right? So I want to talk a little bit about what we should be doing here on the face-off from a winger perspective, right? And Tom, you're kind of put in a tough spot here, because it's hard to read this until who's won what. So I see you kind of looking here at the point, trying to find your guy at the top of the point. It looks like we might have won it, right? So you're going, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to be available to make myself a passing option? But because we can't collect the puck here and get it to kind of a good spot, that gets passed out up to the point, right? And so now you've had to kind of go around number 7 here, who has backed his way into your way. And now you're rushing at that skater at the point, which is really what you should be doing, right? Is taking that point at the skater. So I feel for you. You made the right play here. It was just a tough read. My suggestion would be, if you're not sure whether or not that faceoff's going to be won, and there's that chance that it might bounce back out to the point, go cover your guy at the point, right? Get on him as fast as you can, because if we're able to get on him here, we're able to make that good play, and maybe stop this. I appreciate the hustle. I think you did about as good of a job as you can. I think in the future, maybe just go for broke, cover that guy at the point, and if it is a face-off that we win to that side, the pass should be back behind the net, right? We're not looking for that center ice passing option in any event. So you do a good job. I love the hustle there. Do you actually get your stick on this? I can't tell. I don't think so. But look, I don't play this particularly well. I'm a little bit lost myself. And again, like I said, first 3 goals, didn't play particularly well. Where I've lost the thread a bit here is I realize it's in the skates, right? And as it comes across, okay, I'm tracking the puck. But what I didn't do is get myself far enough to the right here. I'm trying to be square to the puck, not the shooter. And again, I've made this line go through to the shooter, not to the puck. The puck is further off to the right. I have given up essentially at this point, because of where I am, this entire right side of the net. I need to be further to my right in order to make this play. And, because I've given him the entire right half of the net, that's exactly what he takes. He had a whole half a net to shoot at. If he didn't make this shot, I'd be surprised. As it is, I get a hip on it. It's not enough, but do get a bit of a hip. So, just some thoughts there, things to keep in mind, and hopefully things we can